friends, followers, future followers, and curious people. This channel is dedicated to dark screen ASMR to optimize bedtime listening by decreasing light while you relax or sleep. Today's dark video I thought would be a little bit fun to do for me. I am going to go through my many prayer and meditation beads. So I don't have a huge collection by any means, but I do have quite a lot, and they sound, I think, amazing, and I have a whole bunch of different styles. So I thought it might be neat to play with them and describe each string of them in as much detail as I can. I do use them for meditation and more or less they act sort of like fidget beads for me. So when I'm stressed or anxious, I know that I can, if I have a set on me, I know that I can play with the beads and roll the beads and rub them together, and it just really helps me to relax. And I get a little bit socially anxious, so only 2 of these are bracelet sized. So the first one is a nice brown. They're almost all wooden. But the first one is a nice brown wooden bracelet on a thick cord, or a bunch of cords all woven together, and it's got a little loop on one side and a flat sort of hexagon shape, but it's been dulled to be a little bit rounder on the other side, and that's how it clasps together. It's not really a clasp. You stick the metal disc through the loop and it stays on really good. But I wore that one for many years, and the string, I guess, the cords are getting a little bit frayed in some areas. So now sometimes I just twist the beads between my fingers when I'm meditating. So that's one of the bracelets. Now the other bracelet is wood as well, but it's much lighter, and it's on an elastic band, just a single string. And it has Chinese writing. They're yellow beads. They're wooden and they're painted yellow. And there's little Chinese writing over every single bead except one. I don't know what it says, but the one bead looks sort of like a gourd, or like a water jug. I don't know what the word for it is, but it's nice and stretchy. It's a little bit too small for my wrist now. I've had it for quite a few years. So, and that one I don't really wear and I don't really play with because I'm always very nervous of elastic cords. Let's see, which one now? So we will do, there we go, we'll do this one. So this one is also on an elastic. I have a few that are on elastics, but I don't really wear them. This one is a necklace style. I don't know if they're supposed to be necklaces. I still use them as either bracelets or I just have them in my hand and I play with them while I meditate. But this one here is a dark brown and all of the beads have little rings around them. I'm assuming that's probably part of the staining process, or given that I don't know types of wood, I can't really identify types of wood. It might be the style, who knows. But this one, I can loop it about 4 times and wear it as quite a thick bracelet, so that's quite nice. It's very long. It's a very long one. It's not the longest I have, but it's pretty long. All right, let's do this one. So I have glass beads, and then, I think they're plastic. So this one has black, I'm going to assume plastic beads that are made to look like lava rock. And then let's see how many in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So every 12th bead is a lovely blue glass bead. I don't know if that's the same all through it, but they look pretty even, so I'm going to assume that's the case. It has this little tassel at the end. I don't know how loud that is. I'm rubbing that on the microphone. So I don't know how loud the tassel sounds are. I'm sorry if they're abrasive. I can't hear it on my end. But the glass beads sound so tinkly. I don't use this one as often, but I have had it. I think I've had this the second longest of the long strings of beads that I own. So the tassel's a little bit worn. It's lost some of its strings, I guess. All right. 3 more. See if I can untangle them a little. I shouldn't have balled them all up at once. That wasn't clever of me. Put those 2 there. So this one has many, many, many beads. And it is, I think, the smallest beaded one that I have. And it has a tiny piece of jade colored glass at the bottom, holding it together in a symbol of peace. These beads are, I would say, 7 millimeters-ish each bead. Maybe 8. There's a couple of larger beads, but they're at the point where the cord ties off. So they're there so it's not just a tied piece of cord. I really like the sound these ones make. It's kind of soft and mild. There is a little bit of elasticity to the cord that they're on, but it's not really elastic. So these I can, like the first set, I can wrap 4 times, but it doesn't make a super thick bracelet, and it's got quite a long little dangling piece, which is just made out of string. I don't know if you can hear me, but moving the string around, but I know it, I should know what the symbol means, but it just always reminds me of the wheel of a ship. So I don't know, it reminds me of home. I'm from an island. I miss the ocean every day, and it just, that kind of feels like home. Alright, so the last 2. One is wood, painted different colors, some with raw wood. That's that one. And the other is resin, and it is my very favorite one. So let's start with the multicolored wood one. These make amazing sounds, actually. I think I'll end this video when it's time to end it with my outro, but first with just sounds of the beads and no talking. And maybe I'll do a short 5-minute video after this one, just of the beads, just because. But I really like these ones. So the colors on these are black, brown, raw sanded wood, red, green, brown, black, green, red, raw sanded wood. So there's 2 of each color. There's 2 black series of beads. There's 2 wood series of beads, wood colored. There's 2 raw series, I guess sections. So makes more sense. Raw sections of beads. There's 2 red sections of beads. And there's 2 beautiful green sections of beads. And at the bottom, there is a little metal bow at the bottom of a wood bead that looks like a gourd. And under that bow is 2 strings where the cord ties off. And on each string there is a raw wood, black, and red small wood bead. So that's those ones. I love them. They're not my favorite, but they're very close. And now this last one, the resin beads. This one was a gift, and it is one of my favorites. No, that's not true. It is my favorite. So this one has many white resin beads, a couple of green resin beads, and some that are meant to look, I think, like marble, but they sort of remind me of those kidney beans, that the white or cream colored kidney beans. Maybe they're not kidney beans, but they're like Dalmatian beans. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If I'm making any sense, I swear they exist. They're beans, like kidney bean sized or smaller, I guess, probably. and they're like a whitish cream color, and they have brown or black markings all over them. So I'm getting off topic, but some of these look like that, and it's really cool. I like that some of the green beads are large green beads, and green's my favorite color anyway. This one has a green cord that goes through it, but it also has a plastic cord. So I don't know. But at the bottom where it ties together, there's a resin lotus flower, and it's white. A little bit whiter than the rest of the beads and surprisingly detailed. But this is by far my favorite set of prayer and meditation beads. When I say prayer, I am religiously impaired but abundant in faith, and that is all I will say about what I believe. There. All right, so let's do some nice bead sounds. I'm just gonna mix them all back together because they liked that so much the first time. And we'll do bead sounds, and then I'll say my outro. So, shh, no more talking. Sorry. Well, I am not going to make another video with bead sounds just yet because I now get to go and untangle them, and I don't really want to have to do that job twice. Oop, I got one untangled. All right. So, oh no, it's tangled again. Oh, there we go. There's one. Oh dear. they've all become one, except the bracelets. They kept falling, so I moved those off to the side. All right, well, thank you for joining me on this journey. I do hope you found it pleasing and effective. And really, feel free to like or follow if you enjoyed our time together. Goodbye for now.